Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Could you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, welcome to this session. And we begin with the topic. Topic is higher education and society. So, as all know that man is a social animal. He takes birth in society, dies in the society. He completes whole life in society. So, what is this society and why this society? The question is, what is this society and why this society? Any answer?
Sir, all participants are muted because there is a problem when if we allow them to unmute, there is a disturbance in the class. So we have muted them. You can ask them to put in the chat box there, sir. There are answers or questions.
Okay, not now.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so this is my basic question, that why this society? What is this society? We know that there is one definition from one sociologist. I don't remember who is that sociologist, but I can tell the definition that society is composed of organized relations. Society is composed of organized relations, comma, differentiated roles and patterns of social interaction among individuals. Again, society is composed of organized relations, differentiated roles, and patterns of social interaction. Society is always dynamic. It grows, it changes. It's an organized system of human beings. Simply we say that collection of bricks is not the a house. Like that group of individuals is not the society. There are various types of system in the society. Right? Society, therefore various systems. Which are the systems? Social system, economic system, political system, religious system, and education system. You can add, if at all, you can write on uh, your chat, no problem. So this is society. And what's its relationship with education? There was another sociologist. He said that education is principal instrument in the hands of social group. Remember, education is a principal instrument in the hands of social groups by means of which people inherited, modify, and transmit the culture to the next generation. So this is another role. Education is a principal instrument in the hands of social group, that is society, by means of which people inherited, modifies, and transmit the culture to the next generation. So what we have learned something that is from our parents. We try to modify it as per the present system, and we again transmit the same to the future generation. Right. So this is society and this is education. Right. Now, Indian society is composed of what? Indian society is composed of what? Yes, I said that there is a social system which is based on social groups or social classes, economic system, political system, religious system, educational system, and there are differentiated roles. Everybody has a different role. You are sitting here as in the role of participant for the seminar or orientation program. I am here as a resource person. Someone other will be there as a coordinating. Someone will be chairing the session. Someone will be giving the concluding remark. Like that, everybody is playing their own role. That is society. But here, when we talk of Indian society, what is Indian society composed of? Indian society is composed of what? So there is one word which is known as stratification. There is one word which is known as stratification. Education and social stratification. Those who have a background of that, education and social stratification. To stratify means to form strata or layers or the levels. So our stratification, if you draw a vertical line in your note wherever you are writing, put one vertical line, and on the left-hand side of the vertical line, you write society, stratification or society. It's composed of what? You can write. It's composed of what? Society is composed of what? You people are here. So what is the nature of your group here? Can you tell? So you can say, yes, yes. Indian society, I hope you have drawn a line, vertical line. You have written on that line stratification or the social structure or the society. Now it's composed of what? Then I will say, first of all, it is composed of class, CLASS. Now what is this class? What is this class? We say he is coming from upper class. Someone will say he is coming from middle class. And someone will say he is coming from the lower class. So there are three basic system: class, upper, middle, and lower. Middle, I think there are people, they have again divided into further that upper middle and lower middle. Upper middle and lower middle. And even that part, lower people, lower group. Some people say that employed people, but having very less income, you can say, like peons, domestic workers, and unemployed or casually employed. So somebody has written it's a pluralistic society and heterogeneous society. Good. So first is class. First characteristics. There is no number first, second, but according to me, as per class system is there, upper class, middle class, and lower class. There are very rich people, and rich people are increasing day by day. You can see millionaire, those who have more than 100 crore rupees, their number is also increasing. Second is India is composed of, you can put one arrow against that vertical line, you can have one arrow, right? Arrow like this, and that is area. Urban versus rural. Here also people had come out with semi-urban and semi-rural, right? So urban and rural. And gradually urban population is increasing. Urban population is increasing. Why? Urban population is increasing because people have a concept that we will be getting a good employment in city. There are people I have heard, they say that they will be getting quality education for their wards and kids. So these are some of the assumptions. With that assumptions, people try to migrate to the urban area, right? Social mobility is there, and economical and advancement in rural area, urban area, that is the. So second characteristics is area-wise, rural and urban. Population density, if you see, I have seen a village where the population is 300, 300. And I have seen an apartment flat, in a single flat, 2000 by 2000 square feet, more than 300 people will stay. Staying rather, not will stay, they are staying there. So this is area. You can see the impact of that. Third factor in Indian society, according to me, is gender, male and female. Male and female. And female ratio is a bit less. India is third country where the proportion of women is less. I think in 1901 it was 972. And in 1911 it was 964. In 1921 it was 955, again reduced. So from 1901 it was 972. It has reduced to 964 after 10 years. Again, it has reduced to 955 after 10 years. Again, in 1931, it is 950. Again, it has reduced. Then in 1941, it is 945. Again, reduced. Again, in 1951, it is 946. Not reduced, stable, you can say. Again, 1961, 941. 1970, quite reduced. And in 1981, 933, and 33, this is the position of women. And we talk a lot about women empowerment. But this point needs to be taken care of, right? So class, area, gender, male and female, then religion. Religion also playing a significant role here. Religion plays the significant role. A number of religions are there. Now, if you want to name Hindu, Muslims, Jain, Sikh, Buddha, Christian, Parsis are also there. So religion is also there in our Indian society, quite prevalent. And caste system is also prevalent in Indian system. We have general categories, we have scheduled caste categories, we have scheduled tribes categories, and we have other backward classes or socially, economically backward class. So this is how. And some people say language group is also there. Language group. Because in India, as many states are there, and so many languages are being spoken. So this is Indian stratification and this is Indian society. Now, since there is no interaction, I had few questions. So, influence of social structure on education. This is the social stratification we have seen. That what is the influence of social structure on education? Both the ways we have to see. Influences of education on social structure and social structure on education. Any comment? Yes. What is the influence of this social stratification? What I said, class, creed, and all other things. So, I can say that still we have a traditional attitude. How far it is changed, nobody has measured. Still, there is a traditional attitude that have hindered the education of girls. लड़कियों का education थोड़ा बहुत हुआ है. That is because of the traditional attitude. What is that traditional attitude? Girls should not go to schools. They don't need education. They don't need higher education. That type of attitude has hindered the education of girls. And it is area-wise also. Hmm? Area-wise, if you see, of course, now things have changed a lot. What I'm talking, that is 20 years before, 30 years before, things are changing. But still, educationally backwards are compared to higher caste, someone has written. So, traditional attitude is number one. The traditional attitude of the society. Society means class, gender, area, caste, and many things. They have hindered. And as a result, there are people, they say that higher education will spoil the character of girls. This is also the feeling among the people. And it is more sometimes with particular caste and more with particular area. Rigorous studies are not conducted even by the sociologist, but this is the thing, right? So this structure is there. Then second is traditionally established division of labor. That is also there. Now there are changes. Traditionally established division of labor. Earlier it was there. Before 100 years it was more. Means आजकल तो लड़कियां they go to engineering also, they go to medicine also. They have now become pilot also. They have become the I think in space also they have gone. But the number is not that big. They have become the vice chancellor also, but number is not that big. Size is not that big. So students, girl student choice is also traditionally affected. They will either go to music, they will go to home science, they will go to drawing, painting, nursing, or teaching. So now there is a change. Gradually things are changing. Now, can you say that that is because of education only or awareness only? Anyway, still we are with the impact of the social structure. So first I said traditional attitude of the people. Second, this traditionally established division. Then still we have a separate school for girls. Universities, I don't know, very, very few universities are there where only girls are there. Maybe Vanastali Vidyapit or somewhere another SNDT Women's University, right? But still schools are there. Practice of having separate schools for girls' colleges are also there since long time. But since last 30, 40 years, gradually there is a change. That is third point in stratification. Next is most parents discontinue the education of girls earlier. कई माता पिता लड़कियों का शिक्षा को बड़ा स्टॉप कर देते हैं. स्कूल एजुकेशन हो गया, इट्स ओके, राइट? That attitude is still there, right? Poor people, those who cannot afford, lower groups, they also are in this. So that was the 4 point that they discontinued. Then sometimes we can say that there is a dropout wastage is also more on that part. Right? So these are some of the, you can say, impact of social stratification on education. Now, can you tell what is the impact of education on social stratification? Impact of education. क्या सुधार हुआ समाज में? What are the changes? What changes could you see? Write something. People do not bother much about caste system nowadays. Inter-caste marriages are conducted. शादी शुदा में भी लोग इंटरकास्ट मैरिज में चलता है आजकल. Right. People are not bothered much about the caste system. ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए है, but still that is not there. So motivation is increased. Motivation is increased. And religious based institution has also come out for education. Religion based and you can say caste based organizations has also come a lot. Many communities, they have contributed good colleges. Hostels are there everywhere. Hostels are there. Wherever government hostels are not available, the caste-based organization, they have provided lots of facilities for hostel apart from college. College institutions are there. Right. So there are religious bodies like Ramakrishna Mission, Arya Samaj, Brahmo Samaj, Arvindo Society, Swaminarayan. They have significantly contributed to the field of education. Significantly contributed to the field of education. Of course, they should not try to color the curriculum. Curriculum should be absolutely free. So lots of contributions are there from the social structure in terms of the infrastructure. Even many universities, people had given gold medals, silver medals. Almost all universities, they are having this. So impact of education is still there, that now gradually caste system is disappearing. Contribution in terms of, I said, hostel building and all other things are also very much available. So this is the impact of, you can say, education, right? So this is education and society, right? Any questions here till so far? Now the question is, has religion shaped and promoted education in India or hindered it? I don't know how will you able to answer. Has religion shaped and promoted education in India or hindered it? धर्म ने कुछ शिक्षा की मदद की, प्रमोट किया. So I answered earlier also that they have contributed lots of things. Religious people have contributed lots of things. Infrastructure facilities in colleges. It's not only government, but religious people had also contributed. Hostels, they've donated computers, they've constructed labs. This is their contribution. So religion India has its own characteristics. They have their own teaching, but rich cultural variety and diverse religion has helped a lot. So religion has helped a lot. You cannot say that they have hindered, right? But there are people and people, they have contributed a lot. Christian missionaries started colleges. Yes, that's true. They are having the highest number of colleges, highest acres of the land. If you go to Google and if you find out, they are very rich in that way. So this is all about the first question. They have helped a lot. Right. And second question is how modern ages superstition and conflicts. So you can say that with the help of education, I think caste system has become weakened. Religious also we respect all religions, right? So nothing more than that about that. But there are people they have contributed a lot. Swadhyay, I think we started from I think Maharashtra only. Swadhyay, I think so many people working with the sea, fishermen, their life is totally changed. Earlier they used to drink and all other things. Now they believe in this and they had become not only that, they don't drink uh, and they had all become vegetarian. And their culture is also changed, respecting gurus and all other things. So you can say religious sentiments is there, but it has helped religious bodies have. They are offering scholarship also, religious bodies. They give free ships also. They are giving free board, lodging and boarding facilities also. And several other, you can say, benefits are given by this. And as you mentioned, that Christian missionaries in the context deserve a special mention in the tribal area, right? So this is all about that shape and help of this. And still, you cannot say that 100% elimination of that superstition and all things had come. That is not there, right? Anyway, so this is the education and society, right? Now, we will not go to that because there is less interaction. So, industrialization has also started, urbanization has also started, right? As a result, our villages are becoming weakened. I think it is not there in Maharashtra. It is not there in some part of the Jammu and Kashmir, some part of the Andhra, because the farmers are very rich, whether they are in the field of grapes, or they are in the field of apples, or they are in the field of what we call mangoes. They are very rich. And urbanization is such a phenomena that I don't know what was Mumbai earlier and how it has extended. What was Baroda now and where extended. So all nearby villages are, you can say, eaten by this urbanization. They were urban area, they had become urban area. Earlier they were villages, they were paying their own tax to the villages. Now they are paying tax to the municipalities and all other things. So this is all about the, you can say, contribution of this. So this is all about the, I will not go. There may be a separate lecture on that, and you can go for this education and society. So this is what I said, that society. Earlier I said that it has organized relationships. So relationships are there. In family, we have grandfather, father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, all of the things are there. Everybody has a different set of role. If you go to village, there is a head of the village called Sarpanch or Mukhiyaji. He has a different role to play and patterns of social interaction. Right? Today we are interacting in a different way. Gram Panchayat people will be discussing in their own way. So this is all about the society. Now, what is higher education? Let us now, half an hour we spent on uh, this. Now, what is higher education system? So in higher education system, we have colleges and universities. We have colleges and universities. As per 2021, there were 1,113 universities are there. I may be wrong at any point of time because this is 2020 All India Survey of Higher Education. Latest one available online also. As a homework of home assignment, I request you to go through this. It has 320 pages. And if you open www.smallaish.gov.in, you will get this. Again, I will speak www. Someone can write on screen if I speak. www.smallaish.gov.in, and you will get the entire data of higher education in India. And that will be also to a little bit, you can say, old, because now we are in 2024. And so many universities might have started. Because I know once I was delivering my lecture in Jammu, I said that there are 903 universities in India. And from audience, someone raised the hand. Sir, let it be 904. I said, how? So he said that, sir, yesterday only one university has come out in Mumbai, that is Somaya Vidyavihar. So like that, within these 3 years, 21, 22, 23, so many universities might have come, right? So higher education system, we have more than 50,000 colleges also. Now, how many types of universities are there? Now, we are on higher education. Society parties discuss what is the meaning of society, what is social stratification, and what's its impact both the way. So we have 403 state public university. 403 state public university. Right now we are attending a program that is state public university. Gujarat University, State Public University, Mumbai University, Sardar Patel University. So they are 403 in number. State private universities, 365. Of course, don't remember this number because they are faulty numbers. Within 3 years, it might have changed. And another All India Survey of Higher Education will come at the time. That also, because this recently came before 6 months, and that is also old. So state private universities also, now I think it has crossed the state public university. It has crossed more than 365. So all these universities are established by act of legislative assembly. विधान सभा जैसे बोलते हैं, तो विधान सभा में कायदा बनता है और वहां से ये यूनिवर्सिटी बनती है. स्टेट पब्लिक ऑल्सो, स्टेट प्राइवेट ऑल्सो. पब्लिक तो पता नहीं अभी आती है कि नहीं. In Gujarat, we have few public universities also, by state-funded university, you can say, like the Children University, then Kamdhenu University, Raksha Setu University, then IIT, Indian Institute of Teacher Education. These are state-funded universities or state public universities, but number is less. Then there are institutions of national importance, 149. I am giving you the structure of higher education. 149, Institute of National Importance, NIT, National Institute of Technology, IIM, Indian Institute of Management, like that. Then we have deemed universities. Deemed universities also private and deemed universities also government aided. Now, deemed universities are established as per the UGC Act. यूजीसी के एक्ट के हिसाब से नई दिल्ली से यूनिवर्सिटी बनती है. What is their concern? Their main concern is to promote particular philosophy of education. I know one in Gujarat. It is Gujarat Vidyapith, established by Sri Mahatma Gandhi in 1920. In 1920, that is deemed university. They can award the degrees, but it is established by the UGC and funded also by some central government. Right. What philosophy they are promoting? They are promoting Gandhian philosophy. They are promoting Gandhian philosophy. The thoughts and teachings of Gandhiji are kept and are integrated in their curriculum. Morning, if you enter to Gujarat Vidyapith, all scholars will be busy in cleaning the campus of Vidyapith every day. At 11 o'clock, there will be a general assembly, Prathana Sabha. All students, they are having their charkha. All students are having the charkha. Khadi is compulsory there. Most probably, the jabha and lenga of khadi is being worn by students. So that is deemed university by funded deemed university. Another is private deemed university. Fortunately, others I don't know, but I know one in nearby Baroda only, Sumandip Vidyapith. It is a private deemed university established by again UGC, but not funded by any agency. It is private, so student support or management support. So that university is there. What is their main function? Promote medical education. So they are not offering engineering courses, they are not offering humanities or social science, only MBBS, then physiotherapy, then nursing, and masters in all and PhD in all. So it's also a big university. I think employment-wise, more than 300 to 400 teachers are appointed for this. So that is private deemed university. Now we have central universities. Earlier, I think, when I was studying and I was studying the paper on higher education also, we were counting only five central universities. I hope I recall. JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, was a central university and is central university. Delhi University is a central university. Jamia Millia Islamia, I think it is central university. Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, and Banaras Hindu University. These five were the central universities established by the Act of Parliament. Lok Sabha इसे पास करती है और बनाती. But after, I think, this government, present government at center, they have decided to have one central university in each state. Each state, हर एक राज्य में एक एक यूनिवर्सिटी बनाने का उन लोगों ने सोच लिया है. And it is materialized. It is materialized because I know that we have a Central University of Gujarat. Right now it is in Gandhinagar, but it will be shifted to near Baroda in a small village in June 2024. So Central University of Gujarat. Central University of Karnataka also is there. Every state it is there. This is just to name. I have visited Kerala Central University, Kasaragod. Maharashtra, pata nahi which university is there in Central University. Haryana also in Mahendragarh, we have Central University of Haryana. Punjab Central University of Punjab, it is near Bhatinda. I think earlier campus was in Bhatinda when I visited, but now it is shifted. Himachal Pradesh also, Dharmasala, there is Central University. So each state we have, so that's why the number is 51. Then state open universities. And central open university. Indira Gandhi National Open University, Central University is open. Open and distance learning. Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar Open University, that is open university. So open universities are there. And state private universities also there. State private open universities are also there. So there are variety of universities. So this many universities are there in India. I started from state public university, state private university. They are established by the Act of the Vidhan Sabha. Then the institution of national importance, deemed university, private deemed university, is government funded. Then central universities, open universities at state, open universities at center. So this many universities are there at present, 1113, and number is increasing. And if you remember the National Knowledge Commission, they said that in India we need 1,500 universities, 1500. So that target we have not reached. That target still we have not reached. This many universities are needed. But the size-wise, universities vary a lot. Pune University is a big university with so many affiliated colleges, more than 500. BHU is also affiliated universities. And one private university I know, Shivnagar University, hardly it has 3,000 students. Almost all central universities, they had less than 3,000 students. My own university, as I was serving, it's a university, unique university, residential university, where we do not have the affiliated colleges. UG, PG is taught in the same department. Undergraduate, postgraduate is taught in the same department, right? A person joining the university will have to teach in first year also, will have to teach in master also, will have to guide PhD also. And we had a provision that if you enter yourself to the KG, you can go up to PG in MS University. So we have schools also. Similar private university, we have one private university nearby Parul University. It has also more than 50,000 students. So size-wise also. But now some restriction is there that you cannot give more than 300 affiliated colleges. To me, it appears that 300 is also too much. 300 affiliate university, that is also too much. Anyway, but now new concepts are coming. Autonomous colleges will come. Anyway, so this is all about the universities. Now in universities system, who are the, there is one term, there are various bodies of the universities. Various bodies of the universities. Authorities, people say authorities, bodies, these are the words. So which are the bodies? Now little bit there is change because of the Common Act. I think Common Act is there in Maharashtra also, Common Act now in Gujarat also. Earlier we have a syndicate, or another name given is Executive Council. Then Senate. Of course, Senate is the highest body. Then Academic Council. Then Faculty Board. Then Board of Studies. These are the, you can say, bodies of the universities, organizations in the university. Any decision if you want to take at your department level about the curriculum changes, first it will go to your Board of Studies, which hardly meets once in a year. Then the resolutions will be going to the faculty board, because in faculty there are n number of departments. Suppose faculty of science, then we have a mathematics, we have physics, chemistry, biology, biotechnology, microbiology, bioscience, computer science, statistics, botany, zoology, chemistry, mathematics. So these many things are there. So each board is there. For each subject, there is a board. There is a board of study in statistics, board of study in mathematics, board of studies botany. But now there is another board which is known as faculty board. So all decisions taken in the board of studies of particular subject will go to faculty board. If it is approved there, it will go to academic council. Academic council. It has its own constitution, and whatever the decisions taken in the academic council will now go to the highest body, which is called executive council or syndicate. And depending on the terms and condition, it has to go to Senate also. That is the super house of this. So these are the, you can say, bodies in the university system. And it is almost similar to all universities in the Common Act. The next term comes is the authorities of the universities. Who are the authorities of the universities? It starts from the chancellor. Chancellor is the highest position, and normally in state-funded universities, governor of the state will be the chancellor of the university, ex officio chancellor of the university in state-funded universities. Then comes the vice chancellor. It is also appointed by the government, but there is a search committee, panel is decided as per the constitution, and finally 3 names will be suggested to the governor, and governor will be selecting one from that. His tenure is 3 years. Now, as per the Common Act, it will be for 5 years. No repetition. He can move to the other university, but same term, another 5 years will not be available. At present, when 3 years were there, there was possibility that you get the second term in the same university. So, chancellor, vice chancellor, then pro-vice chancellor. I think most of the university does not have the pro-vice chancellor right now, but in statute or university act, that provision is there, pro-vice chancellor. Then registrar is also the university authority. Registrar, he is known as the custodian. Recently, that is also changed. Registrar will be only for 5 years. Anybody can go on deputation for 5 years, he will come back. Registrar is the custodian, and he is the member secretary to all these bodies, Senate, syndicate, academic council, right? In board of studies, a respective head will be there, and in faculty board, respective dean will be there. And in some of the university, there is a dean of students or dean college development council. Nomenclatures are different. Dean college development council. So this is all about the authorities of the university. These are the authorities. And 3 words are very important in university administration. Ordinances done by the Dean of Students Welfare. So I said that Dean wise it is Dean College Development Council. They are different nomenclatures. So ordinances generally done by the syndicate. Statutes are there. It has to go to the Senate also, and you have to inform the government also. And Act is already there. So Acts, statutes, and ordinances. Act is there. That is only in the purview of legislative assembly. So these are the various bodies in the universities, various authorities in the university in higher education. Now, in higher education, it is said that enrollment wise, somewhere it is clearly said that we have to increase the enrollment to 50% by 2030. enrollment should go to 50%. At present, it is only 26 point something. And we wanted to see that it has to go to this. If this is there, I think it is not that easy. You have to increase the manpower, that is human resource, and infrastructure also. Then only it is possible. Anyway, right now the gross enrollment ratio, you can say, GER, gross enrollment ratio, is also very less. That we have to increase. All categories, if you say male, female, in Jharkhand it is only 17%. In Gujarat also it is 22.2%. Highest is Delhi, I think, not highest, but it is 47.6. And Chandigarh, the gross enrollment ratio is 66.1. So lowest is Assam, Jharkhand, and highest is, you can say, Tamil Nadu, 46. They have already crossed. Delhi, I said 66. Andhra Pradesh, 37.2. And Tamil Nadu. So this we have to increase, right? Now, colleges we will not go, but colleges per district. Highest number of colleges, perhaps in the Bengaluru urban, 1058. Jaipur, 671. Hyderabad, 488. Pune, 466. Prayagraj, 4374. So like that, number of colleges are there. And it has also crossed more than 50,000. Right? Now, if you see the enrollment, part of it, where the enrollment is there, that is very much important. Not the latest figures, but I can tell that approximately 40% students, they go to arts. 40%, 40+% enters to the arts. And if you examine, and there are people in Gujarat, if you see, majority of people, they offer Gujarati, then Hindi, then economics. But if you go to northern states, history is preferred. If you go to Bihar side, political science, sociology, these are preferred. So there are differences amongst the state also. But anyway, the conclusion is that faculty-wise, if you go, then 40% is the enrollment. That is, you can say, highest enrollment in universities, that is in Faculty of Arts, because there are many subjects. Then science is about 20%. Science is about 20%. And that is a big concern for me also. Why? If at all you want to go for fundamental research, what we call pure research or the basic research, science is the best. But here only 18 to 19% or 20% people entered. Why? What is the reason? The reason is very clear, that our first preference is, earlier it was medicine, now also it is medicine, or you can say technology. Everybody would like to go to the medicine and technology. There are changes. People have stopped going to medicine. Now they prefer engineering. In engineering earlier, there was a time where chemical engineering was preferred like anything. Now, BE computer, electronics, that is being preferred. So there are changes. But then if they are not getting in engineering, medicine is already there. If they are not getting in medicine pure, then they will go to the paramedical, They will go to homeopath. They will go to Ayurveda. They will go to homeopath, Ayurveda. What else? Dental, but they will try. And nowadays, there are many private institutions are there in this field. So your pocket is rich, rather your parents' pocket is rich, then you will be able to enter there. So you will prefer that. Even if that is not possible, people will try to go for BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application. There are many universities, they have started MSc IT, integrated course, MSc IT, BSc IT also is there. So MSc IT and BSc IT courses are there. People will go there. And if nothing is possible, sorry to say, then they will come to science faculty. So those who are scholars, those who can become the scientist, those who can conduct the pure or fundamental research, they have already gone to other field. Nobody is coming to the science. Maybe coming, few students are there with a good percent also they are coming because they cannot afford the privatization. They cannot afford the fees of private. So with that reason, so that is my concern, that out of this 20%, how many will go to the masters? And out of them, how many will go to the PhD? So if at all you want to promote the research in science, I think this picture is not so satisfactory. Anyway, these are my views. You may agree, you may disagree. Then commerce and management almost 19 to 20%, similar to science. All of a sudden there is a rush after 10 years. Earlier commerce was not that much appreciated, but now commerce and management, the figure is almost 20%. Education, where teachers are prepared, Bachelor of Education degree is given, Master of Education is given, PhD in education is given, it's hardly 4%. It's hardly 4% because they have a scope to go to the school education only. For university teachers, now it is not compulsory or mandatory that they should do any course. They can go to only the colleges where you are sitting, Malawiya Mission Teachers Training Center. Earlier we used to call HRDC, and earlier academic staff colleges. You attend some courses, right? And online mode, it's very difficult because I see that some people leave. I could read on the screen also that they have left, they have joined. So the seriousness is missing. Anyway, so here is education. Why percentage is less, you can imagine, because it is only a school job. And school job also now government funded institutions are reducing. Then engineering and technology. It is also nearly, you can say 19 to 20%. Students are entering to the engineering and technology. Medicine hardly 4%. Now colleges are increased, in number of universities are also increased. साइंस में कितने लोग हैं? Not even 0.5. 0.5% people do not go to veterinary science. Otherwise, we talk that we are the land of agriculture. खेती प्रधान है, पशु प्रधान देश है. But here, there is no provision. Law, hardly 2 to 3%. They enter to the law. But you can earn a lot. There are people practicing in Supreme Court and High Court are earning like anything. But now the trend is towards that last 10, 15 years, integrated law had come, no? BA, LLB, BSc, LLB like that. So more and more people are entering to that. And agriculture. In Gujarat also we have one agriculture university now, But all campuses are now independent universities. Navsari campus is there, Junagadh campus is there, Anand campus is there, Dantewada campus is there. So all this agriculture university, but it is hardly 1%, hardly 1%, right? And others 2%. So this is all about the number of students, who are enrolled in the different faculties, right? So I have told you about the universities. I have told you about this also, and types of universities. So in another half an hour, I have finished the structure of university. First, we have taken the society. Now, in this half an hour, we have conducted that how many universities are there, how many students are enrolled, and what are the expectations. What are the expectations of people from higher education? So, and I also said that the enrollment ratio, they want to at least 50% increase course enrollment ratio to 50% by 2030. Who says this? National Policy on Education, right? So this is all about this. Now, another half an hour, we will study the challenges and weaknesses in the system. And let me take before that, first I will take the weaknesses in higher education. And then we will go to the objectives of higher education as per NPE. Any questions you can write on the screen for these two sessions? First one about the society, second one about the structure of university, higher education. Okay, then we go to the weaknesses of higher education. These are not taken from my view, not anything book, but if you have read the national policy draft national policy on education, it was, I think, 486 pages draft. And within that, the draft, who prepared the draft, they have accepted. Means in a way, you can say this government has already accepted that these are our weaknesses. Number one, our resources are limited. Our resources are limited. But now you see the differentiation here, that so many private universities have rich infrastructure. This is not my own statement. One of my students conducted a PhD on NEP processes, and it was in Gujarat, but it was found that so far infrastructure is concerned, their score, NEP, there were 7 criteria, and in 7 criteria, one of them is infrastructure. So they were getting very good marks. So that infrastructure for private, not all private, but those colleges who are getting A grade, they were surveyed and examination was conducted with them, and it was found. But overall infrastructure is, or resources are limited, both the ways. Many universities, they say, state universities, state-funded universities, that they are not getting teachers also. Temporary staff is there, and you have to continue with that. Permanent positions are not filled in last 5 to 10 years. That's what I hear and I see also, because I too had visited more than 80 colleges for the NEC visit. So resources are limited, that is there. Human resources are also limited. Private maybe resources may be more because they have a good fund. They have not to depend on anyone. They can generate the fees, they can increase the fees, and they can manage the show. But teachers' satisfaction wise, the scenario is not that good. In private colleges also, they are not, you can say that I think 90% people do not get UGC scale. But I learned that few colleges or few universities, they give more than 7th pay. That is also there. They give more than 7th pay in some of the private universities, but the number may be hardly 2% or 3%. Right? So this is the weakness. Second thing, government has encouraged private universities, means they, which you can say big business house. They were given permission to start universities. I don't know it is a good or bad. You can have your comments. Keep the reserve or you can write. We have in Gujarat GSFC, that is Gujarat State Farmers Fertilizer. GSFC company is there. They have their university now, GSFC University. They felt that we need this many engineers every year, this many MBAs every year. Why we should not start accordingly? And in a way, it's good also. In a way, it's good also because practical experiences are given. And teachers are not only theoretical, but they are the manager there only. They are working in the area and they come and they give their knowledge. So that is the best part of it. So big business industry. Shivnadar is also big business industry. I think Nirma, Abani, Ambani, all they have their universities. I think Gujarat we have there. In other parts also it will be there. So they say we need every year 30, 40 MBAs. Then why to depend on that? Others. We train them according to our goals, our vision and mission. So this is there. But here, what is the weakness is? Profit motive is encouraged. Maybe not by all, but few. Profit motive is encouraged. I shared that these are the words from National Policy on Education 2020 draft. Draft was prepared in 2016, 17. So profit motive is encouraged here. They are earning from this. While in state funding university, it is not there. Other things are this draft notice that there is a distortion and dissatisfaction. Teachers are not satisfied because they know that they are not going to get some permanent. So everybody is trying. Everybody prefers the government job. So they try to move. So stability-wise, there are problems and problems. Stability of the teachers. They are not stable. Teachers are helpless. Many times teachers are helpless because they are not getting any other job. They have to serve here. And sometimes we feel that there is exploitation of the teachers. University, I have seen that you have to enter to the university with biometric at 9 o'clock and you can leave only by 5. That is also by biometric. So sometimes teachers feel that we are being exploited. Parents and students are cheated. Sometimes, because all private universities, you cannot say that standard-wise they are of the quality, but some fake degrees are given. Financially also parents are cheated. Psychologically, because selling of the fake degrees and certificates are there in the field. That is also there. Not in India, in other parts of the world also, I have heard the same. So selling is the problem, selling of the degrees. And then mass copying. Till with the CCTV camera also, we could not stop this, right? And private coaching has increased like anything. For school level, the ratio is more. So as a result, purpose is not served. As a result, purpose is not served. Now, what do you expect from higher education? What do you expect from higher education? This is all about the weaknesses. Now you can say, what are the outcomes we expect from higher education? So NEP, National Education Policy, if you read, the word used is revamp higher education. And this I have read a lot during my career of 40 years. Revamp, reorganize, revitalize, right? So what are the words we are using? Revamp higher education. कैसे revamp करना है? The map is there with NEP 2020. Create world-class education. Create world-class education. If time permits, we will go for that. Multidisciplinary higher education. Multidisciplinary higher education. What is that? Anyway, so this is what is expected, you can say, or I can say that what national policy expecting from higher education institution, then you can say that complete overhaul and re-energizing higher education. That is the word used in national policy on education. National education, NEP now, of course. Earlier it was NPE 1986, now NEP 2020. So it says that complete overhaul. System को पूरा बदल देना है. So autonomous colleges are there. I think policy says that more autonomous colleges will be coming, and degree granting colleges will come. Degree granting colleges will come. At present, in autonomous colleges, they cannot award the degrees. They have a freedom to frame their own curriculum. They can conduct the examination, but for awarding of the degree, they have to go to the parent university. But now, national education policy says that autonomous and degree granting colleges will come along with multidisciplinary. Right? Multidisciplinary is not that easy. I think in HRDC also there is one lecture on multidisciplinary. It's very difficult. Concept of multidisciplinary is very complicated. And it's very difficult with the funded colleges or funded universities. Private people, they can manage this interdisciplinary. But anyway, the concept itself is still not clear. It requires lots of loud thinking on multidisciplinary. I only give one example of a vaccine of COVID that is multidisciplinary. About, because while interacting with the people, I learned that how many types of people were joined, or they have joined their hands to find out this particular vaccine. I learned that the people from botany were there because there are medicinal plants in botany. So can they contribute? Second, people from zoology, when any medicine is prepared, it is being tried out with the animals, because human being, people will not appreciate Human Rights Commission and all other things. But there are people, they will not appreciate it with the animals also. But still, we try to, if an experiment is conducted with that, then they have people from microbiology, biochemistry, biotechnology, chemistry, medicine, pharmacy. This many scientists, they sat together, they discussed together, they have studied the characteristics of this virus, they were searching for the solutions, and they could do it within 6 months. No PhDs were awarded, no PhD coursework they have conducted, but this is real multidisciplinary education. This we are not able to do. So in higher education now, this concept has come, multidisciplinary. I have seen people, those who are working in pure mathematics, even in our system, they will never go and teach to the applied mathematics also. So what to talk about multidisciplinary? Yes, so many disciplines coming together and solving the problem. That is multidisciplinary. That the laboratories, people, they can do it. Otherwise, private university, perhaps they will be able to do. Otherwise, we have to change the structure of our university. State-funded university, we have to change the structure. Right. Anyway, So multidisciplinary universities, colleges, and by 2049, target is very high. And autonomous colleges and degree granting colleges will come. I have already said that increase gross enrollment ratio by 50%. So almost you have to double. Almost you have to double. At present, we are, I think earlier in 2018, it is something 18, then it has reached to 26 point something, and now it has to double. That's not easy. Okay, you can say you can make the multiple use of buildings, because many buildings are free after 1 o'clock. Many buildings are free after from 11 to 5. Before 11, buildings are not used. So infrastructure wise, that is not a problem. But from where to bring the resources? 50 per month, percent means you are doubling the system, right? From 1113 universities, you have to go to 2226 universities. Infrastructure, multiple use you can do. You can have evening colleges, you can have a morning colleges, you can have afternoon, 3 shifts can be there. Right. Intensive can be introduced. But from where you will bring the human resources? From where you will bring the human resources? That is a problem, or that's a challenge. Then another thing said is choice-based credit system will be introduced, strengthened rather. Policy writes that choice-based credit system will be revised. I don't know what is the position of choice-based credit system. Fortunately, government gave me a project. First we were given 10 lakhs and later we were given 25 lakhs to work out on it. And we designed the syllabus for almost 460 courses in art, science and commerce in Gujarat. But it was so difficult because you require different type of people, skilled people in electives and all other things. So this present structure will not allow you. A person in science would say that, okay, I would like to study psychology also, introduction to psychology. So how to make arrangements from that? Then you will say, let him go to arts college or arts faculty who are offering the psychology course. Then time clash will be there. Then you can say Saturdays, Sundays you keep open for them. Then also a problem. Why should I go on Saturdays and Sundays now? That's my holiday. Third alternative thought out was, let it be given to the open universities. They will earn the credits from there. Then the question came that who will pay for fees? Whatever the fees you have collected, from that, the proportionate of fees should be given to them. But all these things, it has not materialized, and choice-based system, choice-based credit system has become little bit confusion-based system. Because in choice-based, you require manpower, infrastructure, all other things that was not possible. Next policy said that ratio of teacher-student will be 1:10 and 1:20. So undergraduate 1:10 and undergraduate 1:20 and postgraduate 1:10. I don't know whether it is possible. And next point was suggested in the national education policy was by 2025, 50% of learners will be exposed to vocational education. What is this vocational education? The idea had come from Education and National Development Report of Education Commission 1964-66, where Professor G Kothari was the chairman. He talked of work experience. Later on, it has come to socially useful productive work and vocational education. It was limited to school only in higher secondary classes when it came into 75 onwards. Many schools started chalk banana sikhaya, mombatti banana sikhaya. That's all. That was the only vocation. We could not go beyond. Now, what type of vocational education we will be able to give? Okay? It's not that easy. But anyway, some of the colleges of Bachelor of Computer Application, they have changed the name and they said now we are the colleges of vocational education. So computer education will be vocational education. So this type of mismatch are there. Right. So there are so many things, but these are some of the things what national education policy is trying to tell. Now, which are the objectives? Can anyone write here if you have read any objectives on national education policy? Are you familiar? Anyway, you are centrally muted, so no problem. So now, remaining 30 minutes, I will be talking on this, and then last 10 minutes, if few questions are there, we can interact. So critical thinking is emphasized now. Now, what is critical thinking? Critical thinking, creative thinking. So these 3 points are given much importance nowadays. 3 points are given much importance. Which are these 3 points? Critical thinking, creative thinking, and communication. Critical thinking, creative thinking, and communication. So what is that critical thinking? Can anyone tell? Creative thinking. So some creative, critical, it will go together. How you think critically, how you are creative. There was one story I read that there was a very nice town. And in that town, of course, it's a story, huh? Don't try to relate with Indian politics or anything. Then every 5 years, the king was selected. King of the town is selected. What was the procedure for selection? Procedure for selection was an elephant will come with the garland and all the villagers will be standing in circle to the place where they were called. And whosoever is given the garland, जिसके गले में माला डाल दी एलिफेंट ने, he will be the king for 5 years. That's fine. Everybody would love to do that. But another condition was there that after 5 years, you cannot stay in that town or village. In the same village, there was one river. And on the other side of the river, there was a forest. So this king will go to forest. Even if he doesn't wish, he will force to go to the forest. So it happened, almost 3 kings had gone. And they were crying while they completed the tenure. They were crying. They were not happy because they have to go. And that नाव वाला भी था, नाविक होड़ी वाला, वो उसको जंगल में छोड़ देता था. There are wild animals and everything is there. Nobody bothers for that. So for 3 terms it happened so. 4th king came. He completed his tenure very nicely. And when he has to go to the forest. He was not happy. He was not unhappy. He was not crying. He was not weeping. He said, मैं चला जाऊंगा. वो उसको रस्सी बांधते थे. He said, no need to this. Then even the Navik, the boatman was also surprised. Sir, क्यों? Then here comes the critical and creative thinking. Vision comes. He said, मैंने already वो शाम का सामने वाला forest को develop कर दिया है. वहाँ residential area बनाया है मैंने. Whatever the minimum requirement we want, वो सब मैंने वहाँ arrange कर दिया है. मेरे खुद के लिए भी मैंने महल बना दिया है, house बना दिया है, and other people also can come and stay. So I am going to stay there with all comforts and luxuries. This is the thinking. Earlier, three people, they could not think. They were the king, but they could not think, right? So this is the critical thinking, creative thinking, right? So that is necessary. And that's what we are supposed to do in our higher education system. How we will be able to do, we don't know, right? Some of the other things which are highlighted here are problem solving. I had a great example for that I used to put before, but since you are centrally mute, I will not be able to do that. Otherwise, some one or two activities were there. Problem solving. I will put it in a different way. That before 20 years, in one university, paper was leaked. 11:30 examination begins. At 10:20, 11:29, Vice Chancellor received the paper that this paper is leaked. Technology was not highly developed at the time, but on his fax he received that this is the paper which is leaked. Now paper was going on in 100 colleges, 100 affiliated colleges, what to do? When I put before the group, people say, okay, immediately exam ko postpone kar do, ban kar do. Now this is not advisable. Why? Because student, they will come out from that and they will start creating violence in the campus. They will throw stones, they will destroy your computers or lab instruments, and so many things. In 100 colleges, suppose if it happens, there is a loss of 1 lakh rupee in each college, then we will be losing 1 crore rupees because of the wrong decision of postponing the examination. So the vice chancellor of that university was quite silent. He said, let examination be over. Whatever I want to decide, I will decide after 3:30. He told to the media people. Media people told also, this is a foolish person, why you are doing like that? And at 3:30, he very silently declared that today's examination is cancelled and new examination will be held on so and so date. He arranged everything. At the time, there were no papers have to go by the cars or the transport facilities were available. He could manage everything. So problem solving. So here problem solving is not that you, most of the people during orientation only in this HRDC, I place this question before them and people say that you do this only, right? So that is not the correct thing. Creativity, I told already that there are people who are very creative, not studied but creative. I can quote my own example. Once I was the director, PhD entrance examination test, PET, and 1,400 students appear for the test, PhD entrance examination or TET, PET, PhD entrance test. And on the same day, I think that was somewhere 2013 or 14, we purchased one machine also, computer, latest design computer, and it was possible to declare the result very soon from the OMR sheet. So we were very happy And we declared also that we will be soon declaring the result. Everybody were there because it was a new machine. So the company executive, that is master of computer application person, other executives, they had also come. We had answer sheet, OMR sheet, and we placed it before the machine. Machine was not at all accepting. Machine was not at all accepting. What to do now? They were also in trouble. That gentleman with MCA, master of computer application, he could not help. Maybe he has studied theory, but no practical part. And in between, my peon came. G Kothari sir, one request. मैंने बोला, please come and help us. And there is one saying that when we are floating in the river, anybody's help you will take. So he came and he said that whatever the breadth of this OMR sheet is there, he said मुझे लगता है थोड़ी ज्यादा है, इसीलिए नहीं एक्सेप्ट करती है. मैंने बोला ठीक है, you take 3-4 seats, try to reduce their breadth and apply it. He has done it, and to our fortune, it was accepted. Now we have to reduce the breadth of this 1400. That is not an ordinary task. We have to go to the press and we have to do the press cutting. But who answered this problem? Problem solving? A peon. Later I asked him, what is your qualification? He said 10th standard pass. So with this 10th standard pass could do it, right? Without any further experience. Anyway, so this is what is the problem solving. Then another aspect which is said is a cultural literacy. We should know the culture. In the beginning, I said, no, that our Indian society. So cultural literacy. We should know the religion, customs of other religion also. We should respect them. But at least somewhere we have to study this. That is also there. Then global outlook. What is this global outlook now? Many documents had come in global outlook. I will take one or two. That I think if you enter in your Google and if you put MDG, capital M, capital D, capital G, and small s, Millennial Development Goals, that is nothing but the global outlook. पूरे विश्व की समस्या क्या है? The first is that eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. गरीबी का नाश करो, और जो भूखमरा बोलते हैं, माल न्यूट्रिशन और हंगर, खाना नहीं मिलता है, उसको कैसे दूर किया जाए? That is our first priority. Who can do it now? Here comes the multidisciplinary. यहाँ सबको बुला के बैठ के सबको काम करना पड़ेगा. Eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Second is achieve universal primary education. अभी भी 100% बच्चे प्राइमरी शिक्षा कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाते हैं. So achieve universal primary education. These are the global outlook, and this is Millennium Development Goals. I think somewhere we had been talking from 2005, but nothing has been done, right? अभी भी लोग भूख मरते हैं, अभी भी लोग गरीब है. प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में अभी भी 100% टारगेट नहीं रीच हुआ है. Then third is promote gender equality and empower women. एक तो रेशियो और मैन टू women per 1,000 women is less. Not last figure I said 933. Right. So how to promote this? And then empower the women. सशक्तिकरण, महिला सशक्तिकरण चलता है कि महिलाओं को अभी तो गवर्नमेंट भी 33% सीट देती नहीं है, but on paper they have accepted. So this is what we are supposed to do. Then reduce child mortality. बाल मरण बोलते हैं ना कि बालक 5 साल में तो कितने बच्चे मर जाते हैं. Either malnutrition is there, otherwise कोई रस्सी नहीं मिलती है, otherwise पूरा खाना नहीं मिलता है, खाना मिलता है तो वो क्या बैलेंस फूड नहीं मिलता है. So that is what we are supposed to do. Next is improve maternal health. माता का स्वास्थ्य कैसे अच्छा हो, वहाँ भी. So everywhere it is related to the poverty and hunger, whether it is a child mortality or it is a maternal health, right? So these are our global concern. उससे आगे भी है combat HIV, AIDS, malaria and other disease. ठीक है, malaria का तो काम हो गया, so there is no problem for the malaria. But AIDS awareness, cancer, we still do not have the medicine, right? So this is what we are supposed to do. Then ensure environmental sustainability. वो क्या है? क्लाइमेट चेंज बोलते हैं ना, दुबई की जहाँ कभी बारिश नहीं होती है, तो 15 साल की बारिश एक ही 2 दिन में हो गई. सुनामी. Yesterday also there was a heavy rain. Snowfall was there. So how to preserve this? Ensure environmental sustainability and develop global partnership. This is what we are supposed to do. So if you can do this, I think that is the best part of it. So I think there was one gentleman, Ayaratne. He used to believe in Gandhian philosophy, Sarvodaya Shramdan movement. He also emphasized on this also. He emphasized that where we should focus environment, plant more and more trees, right? Water, drinking water, I think 3 to 4% drinking water is available. That is also 70% water is polluted. And because of that, 80% of disease are there. That is because of this polluted water. Clothing facilities should be given. Food should be given. Housing should be given. Healthcare. This policy talks a lot on the healthcare. Communication. So these are some of the points which are highlighted here, right? So these are the learning outcomes that we have to concentrate. Development of scientific temper, creativity, innovation, sense of aesthetic, oral and written communication, health and nutrition, physical education, all these, they are there. Major focus, if you refer to the chapter on school education in policy, paragraph number 4.23, on page 14, this is available. And at higher education, critical thinking, higher order thinking, problem solving abilities, teamwork, and communication skill. This should be highlighted. So this is what a national policy expects from that. And somewhere we have used the word, before going to challenges, the word used is world-class education. Now, what is world-class education? Today, so many of our students, they migrate to the other countries. I think Canada is first, US is also there, UK is also there, Australia is also there. People move to Germany also, Russia also. Most of the people for that MBBS degree, they go to Russia, right? So what is that world-class education? What is world-class learners? So it is said that in world-class education, flexibility is there. Once I was in China, I requested one boy that, can you assist me I wanted to see some of the places. Then he said, by 8 o'clock evening, we have to come back. I said, why? So he said that one of our teacher will be conducting the session at 8 o'clock evening. Then I tried to study that 3 days we will be in the university. 3 days, either as per the convenience of students and teachers, they study. So majority of the students, they say that Wednesday at 8 o'clock we will have the session, fine. Now online is added. This I am talking of 2005, 15. So online was not that popular. But online mode is also there. Intensive mode is also there. Contact classes are also there. And flexibility is also there. So in world-class education, flexibility is the key word. Educating students to take their issues of 21st century That is the world class education. 21st century के जो भी problems है उसको solve करने के लिए. And authentic learning experiences. Another thing is authentic learning experiences. वो क्या है? In our country, if somebody is BE electrical engineering, if there is something wrong in his fridge or TV, immediately he will call a person. That person doesn't have any degree, be diploma or degree. But from his own experiences, he will learn. And within no time, he will be able to solve the problem. So there is a mismatch between theory and practice. So here they say that authentic learning experiences should be given to the students. Now, what are authentic learning experiences? Maybe you consider as a joke or reality, but it is reality. Once a BSc agriculture student, gold medalist, went to some farm. खेत में गया, बाड़ी में गया. There were so many trees in the farm. उसने एक ट्री को पॉइंट आउट करके फार्मर को बुला के बोला कि ये ट्रेड पर से आप 200 केजी चीकू भी नहीं प्रोड्यूस करते होंगे. क्या बोल रहा है? You will not be producing 200 kgs of chicus from this pit, from this plant. फार्मर बोला कि माय डियर सन, ये चीकू का पौधा नहीं है, एक गुआवा का है, अमृत फल का है. Would you get the point? A person is not able to discriminate between the tree of guava, that is amrut, and tree of chiku. And he was BSc gold medalist. So people say that if at all you want to go for world-class education, you have to go for authentic learning experiences of the student. Right? Not to have them passively in the classroom waiting for content to be delivered. Anyway, उसके लिए एक बहुत अच्छा बुक लिखा है, कहीं ऑनलाइन भी मिल जाएगा. YONG जाओ, YONGJHAO. कौन सा सरनेम, कौन सा नाम, that even I don't know, but YONG. Then second name is ZHAO, world class learners. Only marks are not important. Passing rate is not important. But learning or problem solving, learning for 21st century, that is more important here in world class education. Broad and flexible curriculum should be there. Broad and flexible curriculum, and even flexibility in teaching learning also. If that is available, then only you will be able to do this, right? And all other things are there, but this word is much use of time and again. Broad, flexible curriculum, the interests and talents of these abilities of the student, that is also very much important. Right? And personal support should be given in world-class education. So if all these characteristics are there, I think you can go for the world-class education. So this is the question, why do we teach? So you have to go for communication, which is not there nowadays. Many people, they say that people are not able to speak, communicate. Not only English, even in their own mother tongue, they will not be able to communicate. Why? A culture of seminar should be introduced at the school level, at university level. Culture of seminar. Not this seminar which we go and we present for 3 minutes and we are getting the certificate. I don't talk of that. In your unit, if you are a teacher, at least you identify a few topics in your syllabus or curriculum, students, that you will be presenting here. You will be presenting here after a few days. You prepare a schedule. This I am very much confident because I have spent 25 years for this seminar, and I could see that I could make my student from poor communicator to a very best communicator. Experience-based learning I had. So ask them to prepare a topic. Give them references also. Give them references, enough references of journal and everything you should give. Ask them time. It doesn't require any special arrangement. If in a round table class is there, or you can make the table round table class also, and it can work up to 35 students. That's what I have seen. It works with 35 students. But what is needed? A devotion is needed for teachers. And not a single teacher is required. 4 teachers are required when student is presenting. In international seminar, in 90-minute session, 4 papers are presented. So each presenter is given 15 minutes. And after that, 30 minutes are for discussion. I have not followed that approach also. I said, you can take your own time. My schedule at the department for the seminar was 2 days, Monday and Friday. Timetable, it is written 3:15 onwards. Deadline is not given, 3:15 onwards, seminar. Postgraduate student, 35 students are there. 1 or 2 may be absent. All are given the topic well in advance. A very well decorated board is also there. We write the topic of the seminar, and we declare also in advance so that others can also work out on that. But it is time consuming. What is seminar? 2 hours. How to write a paper? 5 to 6 hours. How to write references? 1 day. How to evaluate seminar? How to present? So mock seminar is also given. How to discuss? All these things will take more than 25 hours. So we spend them. 4 teachers are there in this team, and they will be doing this. And then after the mock presentation, they learn, and presentation begins. When presentation begins, and at the time also computer was there, you can project through computers also, you can read the paper also, you can prepare the slide also, and choice is there. But first of all, in board everything is written, or you can project through computers also, that who is the speaker, who is the chairperson, who is the initiator. One student will initiate that today so and so is the chairperson. Chairperson introduction also will be given. A brief introduction of 2-3 minutes will be given, and she will or he will request chairperson. She or he will prepare. She will request the chairperson. Chairperson will take the seat. Chairperson will take the seat, and then she will request the speaker. She will introduce the speaker. He or she will introduce the speaker, and speaker is given 30 to 40 minutes because we have 2 sessions, so more than 90 minutes we spend for that. So 30 to 40 minutes for presentation is given. And after that, discussion start. 4 teachers will sit from top, the professor to reader or associate professor, they will sit there and they will guide there. And evaluation is also done. Evaluation of seminar is also done. All 35 names are written vertically, and horizontally something is written, the name of students, their attendance, and then paper presentation marks, overall participation in the seminar, and how he is reacting. So one person will be absolutely busy in putting the tick marks. Okay, whether that is frequency of participation, in what way he is participating, what type of questions he is asking, is he making any observation, is he suggesting some references, is he following the protocols of the seminars? All these things over 25 years we realize, and grades were also given, and we have seen that hardly there is any dissatisfaction. So this is how we could do the communication skill. So 35 presentations are made by 35 students. All 35 will get the chance to chair the session also, right? And grading is also very done. And only thing, we could not conduct any research on that how the things were moving. But it was very nice to learn from that they could do it very nicely. In the beginning, we asked them to speak in their mother language also. Our medium of instruction or English, but even Hindi was permitted. And then we gradually insist that you should try. And we help them also for writing papers, suggesting references. But the task of this 4 supervisor was also very difficult because they have to spend the time. So this is all for the communication we have to do. So little bit part I could touch with higher education, right? And I could touch that part also, the world class education, that how students engagement is there, student choice is important, personalization is important, authentic learning experience is important, global perspective is important, and global competence is important. If this is there, that is world class education. And if India, we have to go for critical thinking, creative thinking, communication, global outlook, right? All these things, if we can do, then I think we can go to the world class education. So with this 10 minutes, we will go for our interaction with the permission of your head. It is 16:21. 9 minutes are with us, please. Hello.
બધા નીકળી ગયા એક જ છે
Yes. Yes, please. Any question, queries? Yes. So Priya, can you inform anybody for question, or you can write on the screen also your observation, please. Supriya Chauhan or Priyanka Kashar Kaskar. Could you hear me? Yes. Yes. Any observation? Any question, queries? Payal Kashyap. Yes, Priyanka. The question was how to address the issue of quality. Number one, we must have enough infrastructure. Number two, we have good faculty. Nowadays, that is not available. That is a problem. Otherwise, you have to address to the 7 criteria given by the NEP. Research is also very much important. Consultancy is also important, right? So if you address to the 7 criteria, but for that, a visionary leader is required and infrastructure support from government is required in terms of human resource development also. Somebody said how to address to the EBC student. Students are students. Don't see them as a EBC or BC. Student is student only. Only try to get his profile and try to help him. What is his profile? Where he is lacking? Is he lacking with the self-confidence? Try to do that. But every teacher must have, at least if you are dealing with the 50 students, right? Then you should try to have a profile of all students. Profile means from which background he is coming. Is he a first generation learner? What is the qualification of his parents? Right? From where he is coming? What are his difficulties? What are his achievements? That is, we don't have a profile of the students. We simply go to the classroom, we bombard lecture, and we come back. And as soon as time is over, we leave the college. But in between, we should spend 1 hour informally sitting in the garden, sitting in the canteen with the students and listening to them. That's needed. But nowadays, people are not doing that. And in higher education, I have seen that commuting has become a great time consuming. People start, I don't know, in Mumbai and Maharashtra, I don't know, or Aurangabad, what is the position, but people travel a lot for this. If teachers are good, then they will definitely come to the college and they will definitely attend the classes, right? But what is a good teacher? What is a bad teacher? You must have care, concern, and commitment for the students. You should call him with first name. That Mahesh, come here. What is the problem? Concern. If he is dozing in the classroom, you should ask him, not insult him in between. You should ask him, sir, what is the problem? Why you are dozing in the classroom? You had your breakfast. So if teacher is committed, I think they will be coming to the class, no problem. It's not like this HRDC or what here going on. Here people are silent, no communication skill, nothing. This last minute, 10 minutes are also given for communication. But still you are muted. Yes, what is your personal observation? Tell us. Try to establish rapport with the students. Call them with the name. Don't underestimate him. Try to see his abilities, what he is able to do, what he is not able to do. I think that's fine. Okay, it is 16:30. If you want your valedictory, you can go ahead. Inform the organizers, please. Inform the organizers. Yes, any further communication from organizers? Because they say there will be a valedictory session at 4:30. Anything? Please. बेटा अपने बेटा अबे आप સ્ક્રીન પર કઈ આવ્યું ફોટો પાડવાનો
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे
गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे कातळाचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा मिळलेला
सोन पहाट उदयाचे गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
Thank you, Gaurav. You can stop the university song. So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, I welcome today's president of this valedictory session, Professor S.S. Patil, sir, director of this UGC MMTTC. Also, I welcome our chief guest, today's keynote speaker, Professor G Kothari, sir. Indeed, it was really a nice journey of this 8 working days of all of us, in which 8 core components of the NEP 2020 has been discussed by various resource person. And I hope that all of us have taken something in our bags, and we will deliver those things to our colleagues, to our students, to our friends and relative regarding this National Education Policy 2020. We have tried to maintain that as the participants of this course were from Pan India, so the resource person should be also on Pan India movement. Got much more in detail, and we have just highlighted the main points, that is IKS, then ICT, research and development, then higher education, society, then we have stressed on holistic response. Then also we have stressed on multidisciplinary education. And a very nice renowned resource person were called in these 8 working days by our Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center under the able leadership of Professor S.S. Patil, sir. So we are really thankful to all participants for getting involved in this course on a regular basis and taking something from this course. And I hope that all of you will deliver the message of this NEP 2020 to your colleagues and students. So not taking much time, I would now request Professor G Kothari, sir, to deliver a valedictory address to all of us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Respected Professor Patil, Dr. Rafi, the chairperson of today's session, it was pleasure for me to associate with this program today. So many participants were there. We could discuss a lot. But one thing we have to remember, that how to evolve education as a profession and how to become the professional, that is very much important here. People are not serious nowadays on this particular aspect, teaching as a profession. So I think simply by attending such a courses in this online form, one will not become exactly the professional. For this, what I said earlier also, that you must have care for your student. You must have concern for your students, and you must have commitment for your profession. One of the well-known educators and director of UNESCO Institute of Education, Professor Ravindra Dave, used to say that commitment for self. First of all, we must have commitment for self. That is not by only attending the HRDC program or other things, but you should write something, you should do research, you should help your students. So commitment for self, commitment for students. You must have commitment for your students also. At least try to identify, out of 50 students, try to identify some 4 or 5 students in the classroom who are very good or who are very poor, and try to help them. Try to find, earlier also I said, that if you have your, you can find out their profile, you can find out their interests, where exactly they are interested, where they are lacking. And if you could help them, at least spend 15-20 minutes per day for them, I think that will be a great contribution. So commit from self, apna kaam to khud karo. Self, you write something for you, you do something for you, try to enhance your professional qualification, do write in UGC careless journal, right? Do attend the seminar, all these things that is there for self, but commitment for student, that is also very much important. You must have commitment for your students. That's why I say that try to have the profile of the students. In earlier days, in school, they have a profile, but college, I have not seen the profile. But at least try to identify 5-6 points about your student, right from his attitude, right from his interest, right from his background, right from his parents' qualification, from area, from where he is coming, what difficulties he is facing, and what are his challenges. If you can do it, that is a commitment for the student. Then commitment for society. If you can do it, that's fine. It's not that you are living for your bread and butter only, but you must have some commitment for your student in local area. How many students are there? Where do you stay? At least tell them that which are the various avenues open, which are the various government schemes, which gives the funds and other benefits. That should be also told to them. So as a teacher, we must have that also commitment and commitment to achieve excellence. That is again a self. You should have the commitment for achieve excellence. You have to go higher and higher. If you are an assistant professor, try for associate professor, professorship, like that. You should try. So you should be a good researcher also. And commitment for basic human values. Some of the human values, I think we should nurture in ourselves. And if you can do that, I think you can become a very good teacher. So whatever the challenges are there, that is with us. If teacher, you are well satisfied, if you are committed, I think things will be all right with you. So with this, I conclude. Thank you very much for listening to me and giving me this opportunity to address in the valedictorians also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now request our respected director, Professor S.S. Patil, sir, to deliver a presidential remark to this valedictory function.
Good afternoon, all of you. The chief guest of this today's valedictory session, Professor G Kothari, sir, from the Maharaja Sayajirao University, Baroda. My colleague, post coordinator, Dr. Rafe, and all beloved fellow participants. As it has rightly been pointed out by Kothari, sir, that we should have a commitment as a teacher and commitments to the students, society, excellence, and basic human values. What you rightly pointed out, to become a good teacher. I believe that these training courses are to improve the teaching pedagogy, teaching techniques, improvement of skills, and to see that students should get a job. We have to make the students job oriented. For that purpose, we have to arrange job trainings. And definitely, we have to see that how the GR of the higher education is to be improved. As it has been rightly pointed out by Kothari, sir, that we must have a commitment for the innovation, incubation, and even the communications. And whatever the curriculum we design, this curriculum should be outcome-based framework. And that is very, very important. And that is what we have tried our level best to arrange experts interaction with you on the different core aspects of the NEP, like Indian knowledge systems, multidisciplinary holistic education, academic leaderships, governance, inclusive education, R&D, and even the information and communication technology and the skill development. I believe that you all participants might have interacted with the every experts. You must have also shared your experiences and should have a brainstorming with the experts which are arranged for your interactions and your upgradation of your techniques and knowledge. It is right being pointed out by Kothari, sir. We must have a commitment for that. And once we are committed, we are being able to shape up the career of the students positively. And if you could be able to make excellence in ourselves, then only we can be a good teachers. And I believe that such kind of courses are certainly get motivated for all of us to see that whatever which has been expected in this new national education policy, that we should also shoulder our responsibility to see that we can help to improve the students' career, to shape up the students' career. And to some extent, we can stop also the migration of the students from this country to another countries by improving the educational quality, by improving the teaching technologies, and see that our students, they must shoulder the responsibility of our nation, and to see that the India will become a Vishwa Guru for the futures to come to the all over the world. I think with this, I thank the guest, Dr. G Kothari sir, and you all participants for patient hearing during this 8 days NEP orientation sensitization program. I hope that you must have enjoyed this feast, and I believe that whatever you have taken your bags, pass on to your students and society for its betterment. Thank you very much.
So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, my special thanks to Professor G Kothari sir for sparing his valuable time and delivering a talk on higher education in society, and also sparing his valuable time in this validatory function. Also, my special thanks to all participants, those who have chosen this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. Also, now on 20th, we are going to start our 12th NEP orientation and sensitization course. So I would request all participants to tell their colleagues and friends to enroll for this NEP orientation and sensitization course. So I would now request Amol Madan to start the national anthem, and I would now request all to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I would now request Amol to